the stuff, the stuff, the stuff, the stuff, the stuff, the stuff. The stuff, the stuff, the stuff, the stuff,
The stuff.
the stuff.
Gotta have it.
Oh, oh,
The stuff.
oh, oh. Okay, Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Is that girl.
She's that girl. Yes.
I think maybe we could start with women who don't like Nicki Minaj. And why? Because even if being that girl and intentionally being that girl is a response to patriarchy, I think one of the biggest battles of being that girl is what other women tell you or what other women say about you.
That's so
right?
true.
Because walking down the street, it wasn't a dude who was like, you wearing those shorts.
Right.
It was a woman.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're that girl walking down the streets, you'll get gendered comments.
Right.
So if someone's attracted to you, they'll try and holler at you.
Right.
If they're not attracted to you and they have something to say to you, it's going to be about, why are you wearing that? Weren't you raised right? Don't you know any better? So there's a judgment about your own understanding of how you need to operate outside your personal space at home.
Right.
You know, I've been here at Union. I'm looking at you. Not you watching. I mean,
But
you,
Union.
I walked outside, walked past a staff person. I'm not going to say who it was because it's not important. I wasn't a staff person. It's someone that works in this building. I'm going to keep it that general.
We'll keep it
real nice. And so it was the summertime, and I was wearing something, spaghetti strap, whatnot. And let's just say my cups, they runneth over, okay, when I wear certain things. And they did this one, are you sure? They sort of did their own little, trying to cue me in of what was happening, like women do this too. Now, every once in a while, I might, I was running. I didn't know. I was double dribbling. So I had stuff situated. So I try and tuck. But if my bra is showing, oh my God, don't let your bra show to the world. Don't ever, not once. Like, it is a thing. Go you, by the way. I'm not wearing one.
I'm in the house, though.
You are in the house. You're in your house. Technically, this is your living room. And we don't care.
I will go outside later, though, too, so.
Mm-hmm. Yup. You should have like a bra day or something where you wear your brightest colored, obviously a bra thing, and just have it all kinds of out. Just all like looped on the side.
Yeah.
But I got called out trying to run outside real quick as though, do you not realize that your bra is showing? What's wrong? It might as well have been a nip slip. Like, it was that serious.
Right.
And I also have this notion of the women of my church, they all sit in my head on the right-hand side with my mama sometimes. And I will hear them say, if I try to go outside where my shoulders are showing, I'll say, don't you have a sweater or a scarf or something you can cover your arms with? Because covering my arms was the thing. Or, if I'm a big-breasted woman, it is slowly and subtly told to me that it is my responsibility to make sure no one else has to know or see anything unsavory. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite people in the world, I'm going to call you out, girl, because I love you, Erykah, has said something along the lines of, they're going to be big whether or not I tuck them in or leave them out. So I'm just going to wear them the way I want. And that's just the case. It is what it is. I love her to death, and I love her spirit. Yeah. And it really is. And so ever since that conversation I had with her, I felt a lot less, I carried a lot less anxiety and responsibility for other people looking at me and thinking certain things or feeling certain ways or what, I just let that responsibility go. It was too much these things are heavy enough. I don't need to carry anything else on my back.
Right.
Yeah.
The short form, I guess, would be, I'm not responsible for how you feel about me.
Ever. Yep. Generally, and I got this from a therapist, it was like, you are not responsible for other people's actions, words, or deeds.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I I don't want to make them so sad, if I go out or,
yeah.
The phrase, if you got it, flaunt it, almost seems mean in some cases. And that's a that girl complex, right?
Yeah.
So if you got it, if you got it, baby, flaunt it kind of thing. Well, I don't want to, maybe I should cover my, whatever not. No. And what is great about flaunting it, if you got it, is that everybody's got it.
Right. Yeah, because I was going to say like this. We can't have this thing where we're like, well, you got it, but you can't wear those shorts. Or,
right. And so, those daytime talk shows, Maury and stuff, was you're too big for those shorts kind of makeovers.
Craziness.
Come on, y'all.
Craziness. Like,
I mean, it's daytime television. It's all, somewhat fabricated. But at the same time, a large number of people watch these shows and they make their assumptions about people of a certain size or people of a certain style of dress. And so they'll think that dress is way too short for her. And then they'll go out into the real world and they'll be walking around judging everybody else they see.
Yes.
And so you'll get the looks at the stairs, or I know I've been places before where I feel like I've tried to dress up sexy, whatever I think that is, and I'm still trying to figure out what that is. And I know that people are looking at me because I'm a bigger person. And so I have different expectations as a bigger person of if I try and dress up or if I try and dress professionally, than just someone who isn't. So if I try and show my chest, for example, then it's completely inappropriate. But if I'm a slender person, it's a gorgeous woman. Whatever not. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm. So, if we go back to Nicki Minaj, right?
Yes.
And we look at the comments. So, Nicki's done all these magazine covers and the photo shoots and the da-da-da, right? Mm-hmm. And some of them are explicit. That's a different conversation. When does something count as explicit?
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the backlashes I hear a lot is well, Nicki's not doing anything for women. She's just putting out for the male gaze, and I need her to cover up and have some respect for herself.
Oh, politics of respectability.
Right.
Strike again.
If you know Nicki personally, please call me and let me know, But otherwise, how are you going to say that she doesn't respect herself simply because she chooses to dress a certain way?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Because for every predominantly naked picture of Nicki Minaj, there's also a picture of her in a sweater dress. Come on.
Word.
Yeah. It's not, and it's pretty obvious that either way, she feels comfortable with herself. And there's something, I think it was an article or something that I saw the other day, but basically, it's not her fault if a certain male gaze chooses to read her or objectify her in a certain way.
Yeah, because she has that agency to put those images out there.
Right.
In the first place.
Right. And then if you put that up against something Erykah and Window Seat, right? Okay. And some people, when that video came out, they were like, I can't believe Erykah took her clothes off. I thought she was conscious. Right? I remember, do you remember those conversations?
No!
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to go back.
So the video comes out. If you haven't seen it,
we'll put it in the doobly-doo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But so Erykah Badu gets out of her car. She's walking down the street. She's talking about, I just want a window seat. I don't want nobody next to me. And it's about taking off the layers, right? And I want my own space. I want to be who I am. Yeah. I don't care how you feel in me. Yeah. If you look at me and you see me as an object, that's your own fault. Huh. But so she's taking off the sweatshirt. Yeah. And she's just walking down the street taking off her clothes. It is not a stripping video.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, everybody freaked out, right? Except for the handful of people who saw it and they're like, okay, yeah, she's talking about peeling off the layers of imposition from social blah blah blah, which is cool, right? What I don't get is no, you might not want your child to read a magazine in which Nicki Minaj is naked. That's okay.
That's okay.
But as a grown woman, why is it not okay for Nicki Minaj to just be like, you know what?
Right.
Boom. Here I am. Like,
yes.
What is the difference? Who gets to decide the difference? Who gets to decide where the line is, right? Because when Erykah Badu makes this video, she's just making the video. But if she was drinking a soda, would you be like, oh, that's sexually explicit? Because your mind made some connection on your own?
Right.
Like, you read your own stuff onto it? You know? Or what if she was eating a banana? Like, would you automatically think something sexual? Or would you still understand that the video was what the video was?
Yes. And I think what's interesting about what you're saying is this notion of women constantly needing to be in this juvenile space, this prepubescent, non-sexual, like that's what's appropriate.
Right.
You know, because I'm also thinking about, in terms of Erykah Badu's video, I'm thinking about Alanis Morissette's video where she was completely naked the entire time.
Right. Yes.
And yeah, she was Canadian, but still.
Right.
That has nothing to do with anything. I was also thinking about the other that girl, right? So if we have Nicki Minaj on the hip hop side, Miley Cyrus. Okay. She is doing all kinds of manner of things that are, you know, if you got it, flaunt it, or she's speaking her mind, or she's sort of deviating from her Disney character that she started off as she's gotten older, as she's coming into her own. And there are a lot of different ways to view that, to read that, to receive that. But at the end of the day, that's the way she's choosing to do it. As long as she's safe, taking care of herself. I mean, that's all I'm worried about.
Okay, two things.
Yeah.
One, to go back to the comparing examples, just to put a male example, right? So, like, David Beckham is always doing these photo shoots for, like, whatever. Like, I mean, you know, like... Seriously, every, 4 months, the internet just dies.
Seriously.
It's like, oh my god, David Beckham. Yeah. But, you know, nobody's like, David Beckham, you are such a slut, and you are not a role model for young men. Doesn't happen. But dude's pretty much naked every 5 months.
Yes.
Don't get it, by the way. Don't get it.
No. It's got a weird setup. Not my job.
Yeah, I don't. Anyway.